But yeah, so NeighborMark has jumped around a little bit. Season 3, he was on the Widows. Season 4, he was on the Metro. And I mean, with the OB 2M DragonKing, I thought he was on a team last season, but I do not see that on our stat sheet at all. Just joined in time, and here we go. First game of a 4-game series. Yet again, it is not a best of 4, but it is 4 total games to be played. And coming out firing is the Catalyst, but could not fire on target good enough. And Carter just enjoying himself trotting across the field as a long clear comes in front of goal to claim the first goal for the Wizards. Like I said before, the Dragons seem like they're going to be the team that normally get those long clear goals. And I mean, I really don't want to see that that's the only goals, because it might be an iffy offensive push or defensive opportunity that gets squandered. What a pinch coming out from DragonKing, trying to get it center, has no boost, tosses off backboard. NeighborMark is in position, gets it cleared out, but Muffin says nothing and sends it just off crossbar. Couldn't get it into goal yet again. And the Catalyst, a second hard offensive push, could not capitalize on about 2 shots on goal each trip. And that's not something you want to see as a Catalyst's player or any sort of fan of that team on that opportunity. But we know that there's going to be plenty more to be had.
Definitely. As his first minute goes by, Wizards are up by 1, but I'm seeing a lot of pressure coming out of the Wizards. Catalysts are kind of stuck flat-footed right now, and Carter went up for it. Didn't quite get the touch he was looking for. Dragon's going to look for this clear. Neighbor's going to keep it in their side. A little bit of a back and forth right now. Good 50 coming out of Neighbor and Dragon. Carter will take possession in his own corner. One's up for it. Dragon's up for it. Dragon gets a good touch, and Carter had to get the save. He has to get the save again. It hit the crossbar, or the post. Excuse me. And Carter's going to send this wide, save his team the trouble. He'll pop it up. Dragon's up for it. Send it in the center. Neighbor will take care of it.
Yeah, the Catalysts are definitely getting the pressure that they need, but they're not getting the goals that they need. And that's what's obviously crucial coming out. As I say that, Muffin misses the open net and sends it actually right next to his teammate, but his teammate couldn't get a redirect because it was a little too close to the end wall. And now the Catalyst just left it over to the corner. I think he just wanted his teammate to try to claim it. And now the Catalyst yet again with an offensive push, get it actually over the defense of the Wizards and get their first goal finally. After a total of 6 shots on goal, get the first goal of their game.
It's a great flick coming out of Dragon. Just switched it to the other side of his car and sideways flip. There was nothing that the defense could do about that.
Yeah, and that's what we were hoping to see the whole first 2.5 minutes, but it just didn't come out for the Catalyst. But good to see that they finally got their first goal. You know what they say, after you break the ice, it all comes falling down, and hopefully we see just the rainfall of other goals that come from the Catalyst with all the opportunities that they created for themselves prior. But with that being said, the Wizards trying to get their offensive push to try to claim that lead back that they just had not too long ago. And it's just staying in the corner as the Wizards are keeping it on the Catalyst's end, as the Catalysts are just thriving as much as they can to just try to get the ball out from the other end. And they do. Gets the pass across, and Muffin scores it from a perfect pass from Dragon.
Yeah, Muffin was just right time, right place. Must have heard a call from his teammate, must have called the pass, and he was there for it, and he got the goal.
And that's what you hope to see. I don't know if you remember, but I am very much a team player. I try to go for as many assists and passes as I can to try to get the team involved, because it also creates so many more opportunities. And so far, we are seeing that left and right from the Catalyst. Just the first 2 minutes, we're not going for them on goals. But now we're starting to see that they broke the ice. They are about to keep it going. and try to grind it out as much as they can. And Muffin has no boost, almost gets it past the Wizards defense that didn't challenge him early enough. And Carter definitely showing off, in my opinion, some skills that definitely are not a 12.0 skill rate. But, you know, let's see if that 12.0 really is going to show that he's able to be able to score against higher rating. Because you know that's what it comes down to at the end.
Yep, it's not about what's on paper, it's what you show in the game. 50 seconds left on the clock. Wizards, one mistake, another mistake coming out of Muffin. Dragon's going to send it high yet again. Wizards will try to get out. Carter's going to take that corner boost and try to meet Muffin Man in the air. Muffin beats him. And now it's a perfect pass, but Neighbor's there, sends it wide. 30 seconds left. Wizards are on their back foot right now, not quite able to get the clear that they're looking for. Dragon will meet this on the wall. It's high, it'll drop down, and one demo, Neighbor's gone. Muffin continues for this pressure. Carter, the Wizards just need a good clear, and this might be it. 10 seconds left on the clock. Neighbor's up for it. He gets the goal. 8 seconds left, and it's a tie game. Dragon couldn't quite get the touch he was looking for. It was a little awkward for him. He was on his back foot. He got a tiny little touch, but Neighbor, I don't know if he read that or what, but he got the goal, and that's all they needed.
Yeah, with that's definitely, the Wizards were hoping that whole time to just try to get something out of it, and they got just enough to be able to get that goal. And actually, they're keeping it alive right now, which is very surprising. Catalyst's trying to keep it up, get it mid, but Carter sends it to the side to get the first overtime of the night.
Game 1 overtime, 2-2. Dragon seems to have won the kickoff. He'll pop it to himself. Neighbor's there for it, though. Muffin is on defense. Pops it away. Oh, he misses. Neighbor kept it on his car. Carter will slow it down right here. He's got full boost. See what he can do with it. Pops it over one. Gets over it another. And that's a double touch that you like to see, baby. Pops it over one. Boosts over the first guy. Gets it over that second man. Muffin was not expecting that. Great shot coming out of Carter, and Wizards are going to be your game 1 winners.
Yeah, that was just the patience that comes out. That honestly was very much a one's play. You give that little bit of patience, give that little bit of time, and we'll see what happens. And Carter, as we were talking about him before, is definitely understanding and seeing that we end up saying something about him and was like, you know, this is not right. I got to make sure I show it to these casters that I know what I'm doing. And he definitely showed that he was able to get that lift right around the defense of the Catalysts. Even though they had 11 shots on goal, Wizards put 7, and 7 was just enough because they got the 3 goals out of it. And Wizards, at 8 seconds, tie it up, and in overtime, claim the first game.
Yeah, we're going to get this second match underway. Maybe let them know that they can join. Oh, there they go. And game 2 is about to be underway. Yeah, that was a great little pop in that last game. We'll see if they can keep this momentum. Dead 50, pops it high in the air. Dragon's up for it. He'll beat Neighbor to it by a landslide. Carter gets a touch, but maybe not the touch he's looking for. He'll apply his own pressure. Dragon backflips. Carter dribbling. Gets it past one. Muffin's there, though. Great clear. Dragon will slow it down for himself.
Ooh.
Great flick coming out of Dragon.
Oh.
Nothing that the Wizards could do right there.
Oh.
What a flick.
Definitely not expected, even by us. We were like, you know, are you going to do something? Are you going to do something? What are you going to do? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, attack the defense and gets the goal out of it. 27 seconds. And that was a little fancy right there.
Seen a lot of ones plays in this game, and not unfortunately, but that's how sometimes it goes. Sometimes you got two or 4 people on the field that basically want to do 1v1s, or you can have 4 people on the field that want to play 2v2. But whatever gets the job done, whatever gets you goals, and Carter's got an open net right here, pops it high, but Dragon, he misses the ball. Muffin will clear it away. Neighbors waiting in the center field. Carter gets a clean little touch out in midfield, and Dragon's going to take this. No boost though. Tries to flick it over. Doesn't quite get the flick he had before. Neighbor's going to try and take it up the wall. A little contest from Muffin. He has a shot opportunity, but doesn't quite get it. Yeah, I mean, definitely back and forth. Both teams are playing pretty well. A lot of solo plays. And as I say that, one player makes a mistake and leaves his teammate defenseless. Muffin, great little touch. Dragon takes it into his own hands and pops it. Top shelf, minute and a half into the game.
Yeah, with that, I mean, that was a perfect pass by Muffin. Realizing, there's one guy here. My teammate's coming back, and he just grabbed that corner. He has all the time in the world to be able to try to do something with it as the other defender is trying to get back for the Wizards. And Catalyst capitalized where they definitely needed. Take a 2-0 lead with just over 3 minutes left, and another breakaway coming out right now for the Catalyst. Can they get around the defense yet again? They cannot. And, this is, like I said, what I hope for the Catalyst to be seen. And I honestly thought they were going to go for a super pinch, but they didn't, and Muffin put it perfectly onto DragonKing's hood. Just cut it just enough to snake into the bottom 90 and get the 3-0 lead just under 3 left.
You see, that's some teamwork right there. Gets it past one, fakes him, knows that he doesn't have the angle, but his teammate definitely does, and just lets the teammate get the goal. Maybe even another team opportunity right here. Just kidding. Dragon, with the seemingly passing play right in front of him, says, no thanks, I'll get this goal for myself. Excuse me, top shelf, top right. 4-0 in favor of Catalyst. There's nothing that this team can accomplish.
More at this point, 4-0 in favor of DragonKing, with all 4 goals coming from DragonKing's car.
Yeah, it's not Catalyst, it's DragonKing.
I mean, that's
we got another
as we
goal
say,
opportunity. Wow.
That's kind of what you expect from your 14-0, to really try to bring that push and not really be the anchor and the only person to do anything, but be the one that can always make those plays and be the one that can be relied on. And almost gets another shot, gets a weird off the wall flip to tuck it in after it bounced off his almost double touch. Got there
so
enough.
Not only did he almost get the double touch right there, like a weird little double touch, but he bounces himself off the wall, jumps off the wall, rotates his car, and then backflips, and is able to get the angle. And now he's got 5 goals, and 5 goals for his team. And there's nothing Wizards can do in this game. Dragon's gonna have to disconnect. His internet's gonna have to go out, and then Wizards can do something. But Dragon is carrying his team right now. A little bit of a miscommunication, but that's okay because it's DragonKing. Not much the enemy team can do about that. Muffin will get a good clear away. Over to Neighbor. Neighbor pops it high for himself. DragonKing's up for it though. Muffin Man will send it to the corner. Good little shot. Carter's there for it. Dragon steals the boost and applies pressure. Neighbor with a good clear, and we'll get a little bit of a reset coming out of Muffin.
Yeah, with that, I mean, it's funny because I was talking about the goal differential earlier and how much it was in the benefit of the Wizard. But this is definitely going to turn the tides very hard for the Catalysts and their benefit. As I say that, a big breakaway opportunity. As Carter sends it to the corner, it's still a 2v1 for a split second. Carter could not get an extra touch. An awkward touch almost turned into a good offensive push, but it actually cleared just enough for the Wizards' benefit. Now, I mean, at this point, I feel like they're just trying to stall a little bit of time just as much as they are trying to score an extra goal or two for the Catalysts. And the Wizards are just trying to cut down this lead as much as they can because 40 seconds left is going to be hard to score 5 goals. It is not impossible, but it is very, very slim chance.
Yep, and slimmer as time goes on. Unfortunately, I think DragonKing and Muffin Man are doing their part. Good offensive opportunity. Carter's going to get 1 goal for the road, but 19 seconds left. There isn't much that they can do about this except try to lessen their goal differential. It's kind of what they got to look for right now. And that is one thing to keep in mind, everybody, is that just because you might lose a game, it's not everything. It is goal differential, so you will want to try the entire game. So I'm happy to see that Wizards haven't given up completely, because they know that they need these goals. Oh!
Ooh,
Wow.
very close.
Good little
one by
fake
NeighborMark.
flick right there from Neighbor, but couldn't quite get the goal.
Now the Catalysts are pushing to try to get another one, but the other Catalyst stayed back all the way to make sure that there was no hard clear opportunity. Catalyst claimed game 2 to make it be a 1-1 series thus far, getting a 5-1 W.
Yeah, Catalyst and DragonKing took that game on his back. I mean, Muffin Man, he was doing his part. It wasn't like it was a one-man show, but it definitely, DragonKing was the star. Definitely.
100%. And I mean, all 5 goals on 8 shots, that's what, 60%, 65%, I think, shooting. That's phenomenal. You really can't get any better than that. And Muffin getting 2 assists. In all reality, we know that one of them was definite. Like, actually, both of them. One of them he smacked off the sidewall, set up DragonKing with a good redirect. The other one he put right to his hood. So, really not anything bad, but the Catalyst showed every bit of what they needed, and they need to carry that momentum going on to this next game, because even if they take the 3-1, that means they'll be actually just barely ahead of the Wizards, because they will actually be very close. It'd be they just jump ahead of the Wizards if they were to claim a 3-1. But if it's a 2-2, the Wizards still stay on top.
Yeah, what we're really looking for out of this Wizards squad is just a deep breath, and also a breath of fresh air. Is just trying to get some sort of purchase throughout this game, some sort of light, and maybe that demo is the light they needed, but also maybe not. Carter's in the center field, gets the shot. Muffin Man wasn't able to get to it, and Carter gets a great goal. He was just happened to be in the right spot, right time, and Muffin Man was just awkward for him. And we got the first goal coming out of Wizards, and that's what we need to see. We need to see those capitalization goals. One team makes a mistake, the other capitalizes. That's what we need to see.
100%. And with the Wizards, they definitely want to try to keep going and do not let up off the pedal, just like the Catalyst did. And NeighborMark definitely showing he does not want to let up off the gas and keep this going as much as he can, because even though they just lost 4 goals in their goal differential, they want every single one of them back, if not more. So they're definitely showing that they need every bit of it, as the Catalyst almost got a good offensive opportunity. Carter bumped the heck out of the offense of Muffin and made sure that he couldn't get an easy kickoff.
Great infield pass. Dragon knew his teammate was passing, got up for that ball, and there wasn't anything Carter could do for it. He thought the ball was going one way, it went another. First goal coming out of DragonKing was a rocket of a shot.
And this is exactly what the Catalysts need to come back. They need to show that, just because they were in the lead, it doesn't matter. There's 4 minutes left. They're like, we got this. We still got this. Muffin off the backboard, trying to get a little touch around the defense of the Wizards. Didn't get enough, and now it's an offensive push for the Wizards. Gets a fake by NeighborMark and claims the goal. 3-1 lead over the Catalyst. 3:36 left.
Neighbor did a great job of recognizing that Muffin was just going to dive for that ball and try to get a touch on it. So he kind of hung back, didn't jump, let his car do the work, and got a great stuff on his opponent.
And what's really funny is, I don't know if you noticed, but he had less than 10 boost as he came down to that point. So I think that was his plan the whole time. That he was like, I'm just going to take it patient. It looks like he's about to dive. And speaking of diving, it looks like it's going to be a diving opportunity for Wizards save. And now it's just going to be offensive pressure created by Catalysts now. Hopefully they can get their goal back that they just unfortunately gave up.
Catalyst I'm seeing in the first 2 minutes of this game aren't as clean with it as they once were, but I'll just stop. I should just stop talking.
You really are. That caster curse kept happening with being Crippist last week. And there was one game we had that was 18 goals scored total. And it was in Gamma League. That averages less than like 20 seconds a goal. So every time we'd start talking, there'd be a goal scored. So we just basically almost had to be quiet because there was something happening. And I feel like you're just getting the same thing happening to you, but you're just actually getting like not really the caster's curse, but you're just talking about something and it's literally happening before you even finish it. So they're just trying to make sure. And I believe it was because you were talking about DragonKing. And DragonKing already knows you talked about him before, so he wants to make sure don't you talk smack about me, because I'll be able to make sure I keep you quiet.
So what you're saying is, if I say that Wizards are going to score in the next 15 seconds, it'll happen?
No, it's the other way around. That almost went in.
What a touch coming out of DragonKing, and his teammate was there. Oh my goodness, he got up for it with that speed. Hit it with the underside of his car so it didn't pop as much. Hit the post, went inside, and Muffin diving for that ball got the goal they were looking for.
I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
You told me so.
You said within 15 seconds that the Wizards were going to score, and I was like, nope, other way around, and they scored within that 15-second mark. So that's great. That's what we always obviously love to see, especially in Omega, getting those pass plays. That was a great play by DragonKing going up fast enough, and great play by Muffin to come all the way in. Almost got bumped up too, but Dragon has no boost. Went up for it to try to give that fake illusion that he was able to do something. Neighbor trying to get it on goal. Muffin gets just enough, sends it over to Dragon, who just spawned in the corner, didn't have enough boost to get anything more. And now the Catalysts are trying to get it out of their end at the same time as creating their own offensive opportunity yet again that they need to get. And Neighbor says no as the Wizards just trying to stop the Catalyst's possible offense that they know that they've been having issues stopping.
Yeah, 60 seconds left. It's still a tie game. Catalyst took last game into their own hands, but this game, I think Wizards had a little conversation, had that reset I was talking about, had that deep breath, and decided to come out full swing. And a little bit of a miscommunication, but that's okay because Carter still has the ball. Flicks it to the back wall. Neighbor's going to get up for it. He only has 20 boost, but 30 seconds left. Still anyone's game right now. A lot of pressure in that Catalyst half. Dragon's going to get up for it. Full boost. Takes it up the wall. Pops it over to his teammate. Let's see if Muffin can get up for it. Maybe get a touch. He does get the touch. And the boost. Neighbor with a great air dribble. Doesn't quite get the demo he was looking for, but 5 seconds left. Muffin on the top of his car. Maybe a pass infield. Carter gets a touch on it, and Neighbor will hit it on the wall, and it hits the ground. We got overtime in Game 3.
Yeah, it's funny because I was just going to say before with the Catalysts, there's not one player that's really standing out because they're both right next to each other. And as I say right next to each other, the Catalysts were right next to each other, which made it a blown defensive coverage and gave an open net for the Wizards to shoot. Within 7 seconds of overtime, they claim Game 3, so they're 2-1 on the series thus far.
Yeah, great performance coming out of Wizards, especially Carter. He definitely did his part along with his teammate Neighbor. They both pulled some some juice out of the juicer and decided to show up this game. DragonKing still doing his part on Catalyst, but yeah, Wizards just kept a lot of pressure, didn't make a whole lot of mistakes, didn't let those Catalyst passing plays get in their head, and they got the W in the end. So we're looking game 4 for maybe a 2-2. If not, maybe a 3-3. Maybe DragonKing can turn on the switch again and get 5 goals like he did in that second game.
Yeah, I mean, with this, the Wizards had 9 shots on goal, Catalyst only 5. It really wasn't as much pressure as what the Catalyst just created the last game, where they claimed a big game, and the Wizards wanted to make sure that they need to get the wins, because if they break a 2-2 right now, the Wizards still end up being on top of Catalyst, just barely, but just enough to stay on top of them. And right now, the Catalyst obviously fighting for that 2-2 because they don't want to fall too far behind in the conference to not help them out too much when it comes down to the last 2 weeks to place for playoff. But game 4 underway. It is 2-1 in the benefit of the Wizards. They need to try to get this 3-1 to make sure that they get a good benefit. And Catalyst start off 7 seconds in saying, you know what, I don't care. We need to get our dub. So let's get a perfect pass play.
I will say,
not even touching the ground too. 75 miles.
Yeah. I will say, Catalyst, of the 4 teams that we've seen tonight so far, Catalyst are by far the best at those passing plays, reading where their other teammates going to be, knowing where to be in those passing situations, and doing a great job of actually getting the ball where it needs to go. And in fact, I'm sure we'll see a passing play attempt right here. Muffin gets a little bit of a bad touch, but I'd like to think that the idea was there. Oh, great pass coming out of Wizards. Great shot, too. Sends it high. Carter's there for it. Neighbor will meet it. Muffin's on the corner. Gets a touch he's looking for. Carter will send it high to the center. Neighbor will turn on this. No, he won't. Never mind. Dragon misses the ball, and now we got a little bit of a double commit, and Dragon's kind of by himself. Great touch coming out of Neighbor. Muffin tried to slice it into that net, and now we're seeing miscommunication after miscommunication.
Close opportunity right there for the Catalyst. Couldn't capitalize on the hard shot coming in. Carter went up to try to get the double touch read, and that was just a little too awkward for him. Dragon has very low boost, so couldn't keep up with it. And now the Wizards are stuck in their end yet again, with Catalyst having generated already 4 shots on goal in the first minute and a half, keeping it mostly in the Wizards' end, which is exactly what they need to do. Because if they have something like that go, just like that, little awkward positioning for a second, ran low on boost, DragonKing couldn't get back right on time, and Wizards put it in to tie it up, 3:25 left. I want to see a few more. I want to see one more pass play. And as I say that, I kind of honestly thinking that DragonKing was going to come out of nowhere and take it off of Muffin's hood. But speaking of Muffin, he sends it to the middle, just off of trying to get the save, and ended up still going to the benefit of the Wizards, but they couldn't capitalize. Ascend on the goal. Now the Catalysts are bringing that pressure back. Hard double commit because they bump each other off on the wall. Carter trying to do something but low on boost. DragonKing keeping it in the Wizards' end. Neighbor has low boost. Now the Catalysts have a hard push, trying to get something, and just enough recovery for DragonKing to get the second goal of Game 4 to claim the lead yet again.
Yeah, I think it was just a low boost situation. Everybody kind of went for the ball, had no boost to get back, and that ball was just floating in front of the Wizards' net, and fortunately for Catalyst, they were able to beat them to it.
Yeah, and actually it came out, I thought that DragonKing got bumped, but I think he was the one doing the bumping to set up that play. And NeighborMark gets just enough as it was going right at the defense, right at Muffin. He's coming across, and Carter, Muffin did end up getting it. I thought the one in front of goal ended up getting just enough and sent it wide of him. but that was a beautiful play to watch for the Wizards. 2.5 left, tied 2-2. This is what you expect to see in a Game 4, where it's a 2-1 series thus far.
Yeah. There's a lot of opportunities for both teams. Not seeing a whole lot of mistakes, like as many mistakes as you usually see in a Omega League game, but with somebody like DragonKing and even Neighbor on these squads, you'll seldom see any. Muffin tried to get a little pass to DragonKing. It wasn't what he was looking for, but DragonKing will meet it in the air. He gets a pass one, maybe a double touch. He gets the double touch. Oh my goodness me. DragonKing knows what he's doing with that ball, knows what he's doing with that car.
Ooh.
Orients his car just in the way he needed to. Slips it in, and Dragons are up 1 with 3 goals.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you were saying something. We were saying something about this being Omega League. That is definitely not a normal Omega League play, and neither is an attempted cucks or pinch from Carter. But it didn't matter because it's still
okay. Well, that was an Omega League play. As we're talking about that was Omega League. Muffin misses. DragonKing wasn't fast enough. Neighbor capitalized, and now we're back level, 3-3. It's almost like DragonKing's goal didn't mean anything, unfortunately, but it'll always be there. We'll have the VOD. It was a cute goal. Neighbor will send it wide, bounce it to himself. He'll get up for it. Carter has to get up and beat this guy. A little bit of a 50-50 in the air, and Carter will meet it on the wall. He'll pass to his teammate. Neighbor's got to get up for it. Dangerous in front of Wizards net, and actually, it just goes in. Muffin gets that last touch. I don't think he was meaning to score. He was just trying to get up for the ball, but it was just enough, and Carter couldn't do anything about it.
You know what I
Catalysts
like to call
are up
those?
1.
I like to call those lobs. There's a nice lob ball right on goal that you'd never know if it's really going in or not. So I call them lobs because it just comes out of nowhere. You never expect it to go in, but sometimes it does. And if you're on the offense, you're like, okay, we take those. And if you're on the defense, you're like, that was in. And that's
Carter does a good job of sticking with that ball and 50ing it in the air. We got a minute left. Anyone's game. Carter, I think, attempted to pass right there, but didn't quite get the angle he was looking for. Hits the ceiling, bounces down. Carter's going to slow it down. He's got it on top of his car. Fakes it past 1 and gets the demo. Oh my goodness, Carter. Where did that come from?
That's the ones plays that we were talking about just before, making sure that, sometimes people like to play those twos plays. You know what? That's what the Catalysts have been playing. And Carter's like, you know what? You were talking about those ones plays. Let me show you what a ones play is. And he pulled out the dribble. Didn't even need the flick. He did the fake flick. Drew DragonKing up enough to make it where he couldn't do anything more. And made it an easy bump for them to tie it back up.
Yeah, a little more than 30 seconds in this game. Still a tie game. It's been tie damn near the entirety of this game. DragonKing will pop it in the middle to Muffin. Carter went up for it. Neighbor will send it wide. DragonKing will get that touch. Send it in the corner. Carter's there on the wall. 15 seconds left. Passes it to Muffin Man. Muffin Man's backwards, though, so he couldn't quite do what he wanted to do with it. Great touch coming out of DragonKing, and now we're all running back, trying to save the ball. Carter gets a good flick in the center, and all he's got to do is keep it on his car and get the goal. Ooh, touches it a little too far wide and couldn't quite get it, and now we've got another overtime in game number 4. Both teams are fighting tooth and nail for this goal, and it almost just goes in.
I was just about to say, as funny as it is, Wizards scored 7 seconds into the overtime last time. Watch the Wizards capitalize on another. They almost did instantly, but it was a great save by the defense and tried to doomsday for Neighbor, but get sent wide by DragonKing. He's going to try to bring it up to the air yet again, which he has done great with, but he couldn't end up getting it because the Wizards defense says no. And Muffin just trying to keep it in, keep that pressure up a little bit. Let's see if that rotation ends up getting messed up. DragonKing is up, trying to flick it over to the side. Gets enough to be able to send it, but Carter putting the pressure on. Now Muffin has it, bringing it to the wall. Let's see if he brings it up. 40 boost left. Brings it off backboard. Carter sends it all the way to the side. Now the Wizards trying to get the ball cleared as well as getting an offensive opportunity. And Catalyst defer it off to the side, but not out just yet. DragonKing's up, flops right in front of goal.
Dangerous.
NeighborMark stays out. Very dangerous, but it came out very well for the Catalysts, at least for now. And DragonKing gets a little bit of a clear. Carter's trying to play it back. He has 100 boost, trying to get the half flip, get around to the ball. Then DragonKing sends it back into their end, just trying to create that constant pressure that both teams have created thus far.
Oh no. Neighbor got the flip reset and almost did the nasty to the Catalyst squad, and now there's no goalie, but it doesn't matter because Muffin misses the ball. Neighbor will take possession. He has 0 boost. See what he can do with it. I think his teammate's trying to go for the demo. Didn't quite get the demo, but fortunately, Neighbor, open net. It's wide. Muffin takes it up the wall, grabs the boost, flicks it over one. Can he get the other? Neighbor's there for it. 2 minutes into this overtime. DragonKing does his best, grabs the boost. Wizards are applying a lot of pressure right now. We're going to need a great counterattack from Catalyst. Maybe we'll see it right here. Get the pass one. He just needs the flick. Neighbor knows better, and DragonKing's flying backwards through the air, as usual, as he does. Carter's going to slow it down. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get it. These ones plays are coming out. Tries to get the underhanded pinch. Neighbor's up for it. Gets another double, or another touch, excuse me. Dragon with a great pass out to Muffin. Muffin gets it past one. Neighbor's gonna slow it down on the backboard. Dragon maybe with a pass. Gets it past one, gets it past the other. Fakes 2 of them, and 3 minutes into your overtime, Catalyst take game number 4 to make this a 3-1 series.
2-2.
That was 2-2? Oh no.
And
2-2.
as funny as
Just
it is,
kidding.
you were gonna
2-2.
say going for the ones play. You never notice how many times you need to go for ones plays until a 2's game goes into overtime, because you play very conservative. Make sure you're not double committing much at all, and you need to try to see what happens, because if for some reason that dribble goes awry, or that kind of play that Dragon just went for at the very end and claimed that, if that goes the slightest bit the wrong way, that can be an easy clear for a goal. But I know that Muffin stayed back at midfield, if not farther, just letting him do his thing. That's exactly what everybody was doing for a lot of the tail end of that game.
Yeah.
And it worked out the best for the Catalysts to be able to claim that with 14 shots on goal.
Yeah, it was both teams had a lot of shots on net. I mean, this was a long game, but you're definitely right. When it comes to overtimes, especially in leagues like this, in a little bit lower level leagues, you definitely see one player kind of sits back in that middle back position, or that entirely back